thankful hearts for all the blessings you've already given us. Thank you for this opportunity to magnify your name through this meeting. Us all conduct ourselves in Christ-like manner. Amen.
If you would remain standing, we'll say the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Brenda, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor.
Yep.
Mayor Self,
Here.
Myrtle Van Cleef, here. Eugene Kiley,
Here.
Brenda Lowe, here. Floyd Philpott,
Here.
Steve Brewer, not here. You have a quorum, Mayor.
All right, thank you. If you have a cell phone, if you would, please mute or turn them off for the during the meeting. And after we conduct our business, the floor will be open for questions or comments. Okay, let's review the minutes from the previous meeting.
The regular meeting of the town council was held at 7 p.m. on March the 14th, 2016 in the town hall. The invocation was given by Mr. Don Hagel. The Pledge of Allegiance was given by all in attendance. Mayor Arthur Self called the meeting to order. The roll call was had. The following persons were present: Mayor Arthur Self, Councilors Myrtle Van Cleef, Eugene Kiley, Brenda Lowe, Floyd Philpott, and Steve Brewer. A welcome was given to the public in attendance. All were asked to please mute or turn off cell phones during the meeting. The floor will be open for public comments after the council completes its agenda. Approval of the minutes from the last meeting. The minutes of the February 15th regular meeting and the February 25th special meeting were read. A motion was made to accept them with corrections by Floyd Philpott and seconded by Steve Brewer. Motion carried. Financial reports given, all accounts in balance. Motion to accept financial reports by Floyd Philpott, seconded by Steve Brewer. Motion carried. Open items. Concerning the survey of the town property, there is no update. Clerk has not been able to contact Mr. Webb. Mayor noted that we are getting a couple of more estimates on the bathroom remodel. New business, Jefferson County bill for EMA pro rata share for 2013-16 is based on population of residents and county line within Jefferson County. Mayor to look into this matter. Mayor Self to check with Blount County Health Department and DHR concerning unhealthy environment in trailer parks. A nuisance and public health ordinance to be looked into by the town. The mayor has a proposed ordinance for the next meeting. Our attorney took it to look over first. He has the authority to regulate health concerns in the town. Mayor Self gave out the municipal election calendar for information of what is to be done and when over the next several months. July the 5th through July the 19th, 2016 is qualifying period. The mayor asked the council members to start thinking of persons we can ask to work the polls. They must be from county line. Our attorney stated how the elections should be run. We also need to budget for the cost of our election, the estimated cost somewhere between $4,500 and $5,000. Steve Brewer asked if some of the streetlights could be turned back on. He is to check poll numbers on the ones he thinks we need to turn on. Adjournment. A motion was made by Myrtle Van Cleef and seconded by Floyd Philpott to adjourn this meeting at 8 p.m. Motion carried. Respectfully submitted by Lucy Kiley for Brenda Philpott.
I have a question on the third paragraph of the last page on the nuisance and public health ordinance.
A nuisance and public health ordinance.
Yeah, the last sentence, it says the attorney is to look it over first. I think it should be a period, and I don't think he has
I can't hear you.
the last sentence on that paragraph.
Okay,
Uh,
to look it over first?
Look it over first, but he doesn't have the authority
Oh,
to regulate health concerns in the town.
okay, so
I
scratch,
think it should be who has.
so just scratch that, right?
No, I think it should be period after he looks it over first, period.
Okay,
Then change who has the authority to regulate health concerns in the
oh, so
town.
who has the authority? Well, that, in our notes, it was sort of, okay,
Okay,
all right.
all right, any other questions, comments about the minutes? All right, do we have a motion to accept with corrections?
I make the motion. I second it.
Who made the motion?
Eugene and then Floyd seconded. All right, all in favor, say aye.
I have a question also. Steve brought up something about another ordinance about the cars, and that's not in here at all.
But that's nuisance.
I was at the,
Yeah, that would cover junk cars, things like
Calling on
that.
this thing.
Yeah, it's covered by the nuisance ordinance.
Did she need to hear any of that, what she said?
No.
The rain
The
on
rain is
this
hitting
thing.
this.
Yes.
She
No,
can't
it's,
hear you can
She
hear.
was just asking about it. During the last meeting, we talked about junk cars,
Yeah.
but that's covered by the nuisance
Nuisance
ordinance.
ordinance, yes.
All right,
You want me to do the financials, you don't do it?
I'll go ahead and do the financial
Okay.
report. All right, the first one is the general fund.
It's all right here. Okay.
All right, the beginning balance of the general fund account was $18,592.48. The ending balance is $19,384.30. All right.
That's what
The next one is
deposits
4, 5,
and
and 6
transfers.
account. The beginning balance was $7,715.29. Ending balance is $7,851.96. All right, the 2 and 7 account, the beginning balance is $5,227.38. Our ending balance was $4,549.10. And the last account is the capital improvements fund. The beginning and ending balance was $2,407.02. Any corrections, comments or corrections on the financial?
I make a motion, we resolve. Oh, heck,
accept.
let me try that acceptance.
Okay. All right, Lloyd and then Brenda, second. All in favor? Unanimous? Minutes approved, minutes and financials approved. All right. No reports of standing committees or special committees. We still haven't heard anything from Mr. Webb.
I can't find Mr. Webb. Have you? I was gonna call Greg and ask him if he knew where he was. The last time we found him, Greg found him, and both the numbers I have for him, he's not accepting calls on either one of them.
I'll see if I can, okay.
Okay. If you do, please, I mean, bless his heart, he was here, he came, he did, but we just don't know what he did. But he's not charged us, we have not paid him, we've not done anything. We'd like to know what he did, and if it's been over a period of time, whatever he did is gonna have to be redone. So, I think, I don't know how long it's good for.
Okay.
Huh?
All right, well, just keep trying.
Yeah.
Next item I have is the bathroom remodel estimates. We've gotten to, and the one that we're still waiting on the actual figures is
For Pete.
For Pete?
We're waiting on numbers.
Just waiting.
I'll tell him, I'll call him.
all right. We've gotten some information from him, but we've not gotten any figures. So we'll table that until the next meeting. All right. I did contact the Blount County Health Department about the trailer park. And they did come out and look at Coppersville and Deans Ferry. And there are some repairs to be made there. It's supposed to be either underway or fixing to be underway. As far as the trailer park at Misty Lane, there's too many trailers for him to go in and just randomly look. We need more information. Which ones is it? Third trailer, fourth trailer in, color?
Misty Lane.
Hmm?
Misty Lane.
At
The one
the,
by the church.
yeah. That's the,
That one have a name.
that street is actually called Misty Lane.
That's Misty Lane going through the park?
Yes.
But you need to know which trailer it is on
Right.
which side, right or left,
Which trailer?
which trailer period.
Description of the trailer, the location of the trailer,
Okay.
something more than just the park, because there's too many of them.
What is that for?
Lawsuits. Or septic tanks, overflowing. They did find problems at Coppersville and Deans Ferry.
Well, I
And
know there's an open septic tank at, Dean Ferry. Right there on the front.
The one at Deans
They
Ferry and
pumped it,
Coppersville.
they come pumped it, Rick.
they
They
like,
pumped it.
Did they,
Yeah, I
did they
talked to
cover
her.
it back up?
No, they had covered it back up.
It's still
well,
open?
that must be the one that he said was being addressed.
And they may have to inspect it before they cover it.
I didn't hear you.
I said they have uncovered one on the front and pumped tanks. And it's uncovered, it's open like she said, but probably it's gotta stay open till they inspect it.
Yeah.
I would think, now that's just,
I think that's right.
Well, anyway,
But
if,
they are working on it.
yes, if you can give me additional information, I will pass it on to the health department and get back out there to look at it. But as it is right now, he's not gonna be knocking on every door out there.
Okay, we have to get that information.
We have to identify which one. Yeah, so
Who
that's
wants
where
to
that
ride with
stands.
me to the trailer?
Well,
How are you gonna see if they had a septic tank? They're not
Well,
gonna.
I
My wife volunteers to go look at each septic
yeah.
oh my God.
Well, anyway, that's where we stand on that, and until we get additional information, Blount County Health Department won't do anything else.
Well, you do all you can do.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
how you gonna do it with your nose?
all right, on to our new business. Did we ever get any feedback from
The pro rata.
Jefferson County on it?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
They're still waiting on us to pay that. They don't leave it.
All right, I have a,
I think they're waiting on you to tell them how many, so that
Yeah.
recalculate.
okay,
This
I think it's,
These
something
days
I've got to
are
do.
We don't have.
Next item I have is, this is a resolution to, a couple of months back, we discussed and had a public hearing on a hazard mitigation plan that we're participating with Jefferson County on. We need to pass a resolution accepting, or adopting the hazard mitigation plan. And that's what this resolution is about. And I'll go ahead
What
and
does all
read
that
it out.
concern now?
Pardon me?
What does all that concern?
Hazard mitigation, just planning to how hazard will be addressed, tornadoes,
Floods.
floods, things like that. But it's a plan that was devised or put together by Jefferson County, and it includes us as a participant. All right, resolution number 2016-001. A resolution of the Town of County Line adopting the 2014 Jefferson County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan. Whereas the Town of County Line recognizes the threat that natural hazards pose to people and property within the Town of County Line, and whereas the Town of County Line has participated in the development of a multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan, hereby known as the 2014 Jefferson County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan, in accordance with the Disaster Mitigation Act of 2000. And whereas the 2014 Jefferson County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan identifies mitigation goals and actions to reduce or eliminate long-term risk to people and property in the Town of County Line from impacts of future hazards and disasters. And whereas adoption by the Town of County Line demonstrates our commitment to hazard mitigation and to achieving the goals outlined in the 2014 Jefferson County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan. Now therefore be it resolved by the Town of County Line, Alabama, that the 2014 Jefferson County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan is adopted by the Town of County Line, Alabama. And it has space for the adopted by a vote, and it gives the in favor, against, abstain, or absent.
We need to make a motion on this. I'll make a motion.
To
He's got,
accept.
the council has
All
to
right.
sign.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. Floyd made the motion to accept. And Eugene second. All right, do we have any discussion or questions about?
You have to have a
All right,
vote.
we'll, all right, all in favor, let's go ahead and have a show of hands. It's 4, 5 in favor, 1 absent, 0 against, 0 abstain. All right, the resolution is passed. And,
Everybody needs to sign the one you got
yep,
there.
I've got one right here. I'll pass this one around and let everybody sign that.
You sign the front too, and I'll sign. Did you
Yes,
sign it?
I've already signed it.
Okay.
Are we gonna talk about this afterwards?
Come in.
Are we gonna talk about this afterwards?
But
After y'all vote and everything's,
about,
I just had a suggestion.
on the hazard mitigation.
Yes, on this. what basically they need if we have a catastrophic event is that somebody get in touch with down here. Tell them where to go and do what. And that's what this is about, correct?
It's, the plan involves, zoning, or identifying structures that are in, that, may need special attention. It's a planning document, trying to mitigate or to reduce the risk of, harm to people and property.
Have you got one for Blunt?
Not, no, haven't seen one from Blount County. At least I have not been contacted. Probably have to call EMA, Blount County EMA, to find out if they have a plan in place.
Well, they need to be a contact down here with a number where they can, if some disaster, maybe two people, that if we had a tornado or whatever, that they could contact, first responders could contact a system or something. I mean, it's just a thought.
Well, we've got the number on the door. If, and they have our contact information.
The lady that submitted that we had the special meeting for the hazard mitigation, and that she's got all of our numbers. She's the one that's in charge of it in Jefferson County. She's the one that,
She would
So
have
when
known.
Blount County
she's
would get
got
a
mine,
pickaxe
Lucy,
and
the
go,
mayor, she's got, if the building gets blown away or we're blown away, then you're out of luck, but Annette's got all the information. And she is with the hazard mitigation people at Jefferson County.
Well, she brought us out here too.
Yeah, she come to see us.
in Jefferson County, you're gonna be all right.
All right,
Now we need to go back on.
that is all I have on my agenda to be discussed tonight. The waterworks, the Birmingham Waterworks resolution or franchise agreement will postpone till next meeting.
Okay.
Can I offer something
Can you what?
about the resolution for the nuisance?
Been here.
Well, it's not a resolution, it'll be an ordinance.
Ordinance, okay. The place that Steve's talking about, where he
Can't hear
thinks
you
it's
over here. If the water's
okay,
missing.
the area for the residents that Steve is talking about, where all of the cars are, that is not, those cars are not, broke down cars. There are people visiting there because that is a drug house. And
Which
it's a
house? Where are we
known drug
talking-
house.
Okay, where are we talking about? Because I'm lost, I don't know.
The trailer right past the church that has the building.
Oh,
Smith
down
Mill.
on Smith Mill?
Yes.
Okay.
And to me, I don't think that we should pass any kind of ordinance to keep people from parking cars or having, cars parked in their yards, because people live in the country out here. That is why we live here. And we don't like the government, any government,
That
telling
we can't park
us,
on the street.
not
Or in
on
the
the
yard.
street,
Right.
but on my property.
Right.
You know, if I have a car that's broken down and, you know, I'm waiting on somebody to work for it, I don't want somebody telling me that that car's gotta go off my property.
Right.
And I feel like there's other people that feel the same way.
Well,
So,
as of yet, we don't have a nuisance ordinance to even look at. So that's something that we can discuss at that time.
And if all those cars parked in your yard, or your people, or your cars, we don't know that you're doing anything illegal. It's just you've got people there at your house or staying with you. You never know.
Well, yeah, right now,
It's mute.
wait until we have an ordinance to discuss, and then we can get into those kind of details. By now, it's just speculation and have nothing to base it on.
Just be glad you don't live in Boston, where you can't
Yeah.
park on the streets and it costs you a fortune to find a place to park.
Okay. All right, any other items from the council?
So the Birmingham Water Works is tabled the next meeting, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
All right. We'll get this ordered. Any questions or comments? Yes, sir.
Don't give me that look.
We let him talk.
What do we need to do about trying to get a grant for a tornado shelter? A tornado shelter?
Kramer, we got a piece of
They,
information today.
A couple of other towns in Blount County have gotten grants that come through FEMA. Person who constructs them usually helps in getting the grant. Eddie Culpepper, who lives in Gardendale, is one of the ones who's in the business of installing and has connections with the grant. He'd be the person you should need to contact about it. But there's a certain amount of match that has to go with it. So they're like, I think Hayden did one, and Susan Moore did one, both those towns, and they had to put up about, I want to say it was $30,000 to match to get the ones that look like a dome. So that, the grants that you get are like a 50% grant, have to be 50% match.
You have to match it 50/50.
Are they not
Did you
upside
say
down?
Eddie?
Eddie would have to answer that question. I know that that's what they had to
We
do.
might hit it because of the trailer parks. There might be something, some money is allocated for that.
There's a lot of different, FEMA's a widespread department of the government, so I mean, but he would be the one to know if there's,
I just think we ought to check on it.
Absolutely.
Did these shelters sit above
We got
ground?
close.
part above, part below.
Up at Steve, you can see them, as you go to Boaz.
They got some snake.
Yeah, they're round looking.
The Warrior just built, they're in the process of building that big
Government's money.
There's nowhere here to go.
We just
Yeah.
got this today.
My basement, that's where my guys, I didn't, but you're welcome.
We used to go to my mom's, we
Pay
got it
somebody,
so
pay the
quick.
fee for somebody to learn how to do
Did you
it.
say
One the other
Eddie
night,
Culpepper?
right over, we didn't have hardly any lead time at all.
Yeah.
Right over.
Does rights
There was no
grants?
time.
No.
Shelter business, but he knows.
We barely got
he
to
has
pay for it.
information about it.
Okay, Eddie does.
They didn't have, that was
He
dropped.
was
Do you-
the person.
Do you have a contact
And then
or?
it hits
I
fucking
don't have
off.
any fuel.
Did they?
Don't have any.
I know Eddie Culpepper, he grew up here, so,
It tore a couple of houses up
Right.
bet I could find.
We'll give them a call and find out
What roads
what,
was that?
Was it David Walker?
what types they have.
Donate land, person.
Roads I didn't
Yeah,
know.
well, we've got
What's in this
this,
drive?
this land right next to us. The park would be a good location for it.
Yeah, we missed him.
I'll give you my backyard.
Yeah, hey, there's a lot of us that'll give you a piece of property back behind, let's see, it goes from
That's-
Lucy's house all
That's
the
the,
way to behind my house.
That's the bad thing about grants, is that matching funds.
Right.
And they only do a certain
Sometimes,
number a year.
yeah, it, that knocks us out of a whole lot, because we can't match, we can't, come up with the matching funds, unfortunately.
Do you even have a
But
bank?
we'll look, that's
Yeah, I mean,
something we'll
first-
look into.
You know, they might have something out there saying, because of the economic here.
Yeah, right.
We
That's
might
how
not
it
have to come up with 50. It's just, I think it's worth a phone call.
I
Yeah.
know that we did entertain, or I did look into, on Conversville, we looked into possibility of getting a grant for Conversville. But because of the income on that, on Conversville, we didn't qualify for the economically deprived.
Do you think because of the income in county line as a whole, considering all the trailer parks?
Well,
Do you think
if
that
you,
the
a
median
good place to
income-
look is at the census, will give an average household income. And that's what it's gonna be looking at, is the entire town.
Yeah,
They use the last census.
The last
I mean,
census.
we've got a lot of households out there in a mobile home.
But we got people here and we got people here.
Yeah,
And we got some of us here.
and the average
Goes
is
up
what they're
here.
going by.
It's
Pull
gonna
it up.
pull it up, yeah.
I mean, but I'll give this, see if I can contact Eddie Culpepper and find out, get some information from
My
them.
neighbors are.
Would it be possible if like 3 towns went in? I mean, could you do that?
They, a lot of things may be possible, I don't
Right.
know, you just have to check with him to see what kind of program. And they change the program every year.
Yeah. And this is an area, FEMA, you know, if we cover the Stratford County line,
The only ones that I've been involved with and know about, they've done it town specific.
yeah.
But, you know, if we could put it in a central location.
But again, it comes down to that matching funds.
Right.
We could cover a large area,
But
But
starting place, we
generate-
can call him and
Right.
see what programs they have this year.
yeah. That would be the easiest thing to do, is to find out what's available. And I'll give him, if I can get hold of him and see what we find out. Any other questions or comments? Yes, sir?
You said that there hadn't been a resolution on the nuisance law yet,
That's correct.
okay?
Well, it's not a resolution, it'll be an ordinance, not a resolution.
Okay.
But we have not-
Which is most important, the nuisance law or getting these sex offenders out of Carolina?
What did he say, an ordinance?
Well,
I mean, we got
I don't know
one
that,
on Cobblers Hill Road, we got one up there behind the church. Y'all got one up there right across the road from y'all. Got one up there across the road from Mimi's Beauty Shop. And got one across Dean Ferry River, got one just past Vans on the right. You know, which is most important, protecting our community or the nuisance law?
there's not a whole lot that the town can do about that.
You know,
County has a lot more authority on that kind of stuff, and I've dealt with it. I was on a board over in Georgia, we had 184 houses, and city's not gonna help you do much of anything because they're so limited on what they can do and what it costs to patrol an area, and the cost just keeps rising. Everything you do, you get a policeman to go out and start trying to look at this stuff, you gotta pay him, and so anything that you can let the county do is gonna save the town a lot of money.
Well, we
Well,
have
the
to.
town can't remove a sex offender unless they're living within, well, they can't remove one, period, because you don't have a police force. He would have to be referred to the sheriff's department of either Jefferson or Blount County. But the way the law is they can't live within a certain distance of the school, daycare, housing authority development. Mostly what the requirements are is that they give notice. Now, each county has a sex offender officer who's supposed to check in with these people every so often to make sure, number one, that they're living where they said they were and that they're staying there. And if they're not at that residence, then that's a SORNA violation, which they can be recharged for. But as far as removing them, if they're not in one of those prohibited locations, you can't remove them.
The best that we can do is to let everybody know where they're at. As soon as I get notification, I'm on a notification list from Jefferson County. Every time one moves within a mile and a half of the town hall, I get a notification of it, and then I pass that information on through our online network of, next door. And, let everybody else know. When I get notifications from Blount County, which I've gotten one, I think, I haven't gotten many, I also pass that information on. So, that's the best I can do, is to, when I find out about it, is to let everybody else, spread the word. Because I'm just as concerned about them as you are, because I've got grandkids that come over to my house. So, I mean,
And that's the intent of the law is notification.
yes, to let us know.
And we have the new thing with the next door county line, who all has signed up or next door county line? Because we get the notification
And that Nixle is a good
web,
notification.
the next door,
Yeah.
because that's where, but when he gets it, he posts
I
it, or
post it on
anybody
there.
else does, yeah.
And we're, connected, or at least I'm connected to a couple of other neighborhoods around us and send that information on that comes from them. When they let me know that somebody, back toward Highway 79, I think within a half a mile, there's
Yeah.
about 5 registered sex offenders.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the best we can do right now is just let everybody know when somebody moves in.
Where they are.
Well, Buddy, I think we're feeling kinda like, got your hands tied here, is they're living next door to the children. Within 15, 20 feet of the little children. And, that's just chicken hawk, garden, chicken house. And I think a lot of people feel, they're compelled, what can we do? And I really don't know.
Okay, I think the law, and you probably would agree, the law needs to be changed. If they can't live next door to
They
a
can't live.
kindergarten, then they shouldn't be able to
They
live
cannot
next
live
door
next to children.
to someone's
They're not
house
supposed to.
that has little children. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Because one is a business.
In those cases, then need to notify the sheriff or find out from the sheriff's department who their sex offender officer is and report.
In Blount County, Dennis McDaniel.
What county was?
Dennis McDaniel, compliance officer.
And they will come out and give you to your meeting and speak and tell you more about the laws and how to deal with it, if you get in touch with that particular officer.
Okay.
Since we've got so many of them, we may want to invite it.
All right. Any other questions or comments? Yes, ma'am.
I'm back to the nuisance ordinance, resolution, whatever. She made the comment that we'll be glad we're not living in Boston. Well, I chose to move here and live here. And it was where you could bring whatever you wanted to bring on your property. And granted, mine's a mess right now, but still, I've got a couple of run-down trucks that aren't working, and I don't think that it's right for you guys to say that I can't have those on my property.
Well,
It's been like this for years, and I don't understand why you're gonna change it. I know there's a problem up here, but it's a different problem than automobiles on a farm that aren't running, or tractors. Then are you gonna tell me that I can't have my
Well,
stock trailers or my
we have not even
flatbed trailers?
entertained.
But that's why I'm here tonight.
Yeah. Well, no, we don't have anything on the table. We haven't even seen an ordinance yet. We've started talking about this, started discussion, a possible ordinance, nuisance ordinance, for health hazards and trying to improve living conditions, particularly in the parks.
And so we're talking about septic tanks, basically.
Septic tanks is just one of the items, but I mean, just,
So this is aimed at the trailer parks.
yeah, primarily,
Mainly open sewage and stuff like that, right?
yeah. That's,
The automobile's not a problem. Because
Well-
then, see, I don't want to be told that, because then y'all tell me I can't raise cows anymore, and it goes on and on and on. And, we've been doing it for 20 years,
right, no,
I don't want to get off into, all that.
well, like I said, as of yet, we've only discussed the possibility of having an ordinance, a nuisance ordinance. We've not got any details on it. Nothing's been written up. And we've just talked about possibly doing something to try to help and improve the conditions in the parks.
I bet there
I
must have
think,
been
Mayor,
something
that
about Ross.
if I'm remembering correctly, the way that
Which is
the
they come up.
discussion of the ordinance came
Dump
up
in there,
is
lick it, and then
you had a lot of
bring salmonella.
dwellings
Completely,
that were
for everybody, but.
occupied but didn't have water,
Yeah.
power,
Right.
sewer connections. And part of the purpose of the ordinance would be to make sure that each dwelling meets a certain minimal standard before
Come sit on my
you as
porch.
a town can allow it to have power, water, those type of issues.
Right.
Safe sounding sanitary inners in there somewhere.
Yes.
I mean, it
No,
wasn't,
mine's thinking of this.
I think Councilman Brewer may have mentioned something about junk cars, but the first discussion was about going into some kind of inspection to make sure that you weren't allowing people to occupy primarily trailers that had no power, no water, no basic services, and it was a health hazard.
Right. That was the intent. Yes,
Buddy, did you have a team to check on that street light on the Congress seal?
no, I wasn't doing that. Steve was
Okay.
going to check on that.
What with the tree lights?
Street lights?
Yeah, Buddy, Steve was gonna get a list of poles and stuff.
Yeah.
This young lady,
It's different.
what is her name?
Misty,
Yes, ma'am.
Misty, I think you and Sue were talking, and I don't think you heard anything that Greg said about what all that entailed.
It was
or how it
primarily
started.
just.
I'm sorry, I'm very sorry.
It was, our discussion was addressing structures within the town of County Line that had inadequate water, sewage, electrical power, and what we could do to put certain standards in place before power could be turned on, water be turned on, that they meet minimum standards. That's what the nuisance ordinance was about. That's nuisance discussion. And it was just brought up, or just mentioned about the cars down on Smith Mill Road at the drug house.
I thought it was the stuff here, okay.
No. That's different,
Different nuisance, okay.
yeah,
I'm with you.
so anyway,
Well, I know a friend of mine set up a trailer right up the road from here, in Blount County. Alabama Power would hook up the power to the septic tank. And the water line, all was put in. So I don't know whether that's something they knew they've been doing or not.
I don't
That's
know.
mainly
I know
on
that
new
within the town of
installations.
County Line,
A lot of these people that's renting these trailers and, they go out and rent them and, you know, half the time, the people that owns the trailer is letting them pay the power bill through them and letting them move in because they know they can't get anything done. And, you know, you take it to the county, you know, and spend $5,000, you know, to try to get 2 trailers out of a trailer park, people move out, and you go to court, you spend, you know, 3 days in court up there, and these judges, you know, they just throw it out. I mean, we had drug enforcement officers that we were paying to come in and get the drugs out of our little gated neighborhood, and they would arrest them, and the drug dealers would be back home before we were. So,
Well,
you know,
if
it's real
anybody-
hard to get anything, you know, really controlled anywhere.
well, the ordinance, you know, our intent was to try to set standards of items, new items coming in, new trailers. The existing trailers, we have no, you know, we cannot make it retroactive. So until that old trailer is moved, something new comes in, then it takes effect. It has an effect on that. But existing structures are not covered. So, all right. Any other questions or comments?
I have a comment that I'd like to make. I'd like to thank Lucy Kiley for filling in for me during my trips to the hospital.
Yes, we do appreciate
She,
all the effort that she's put in.
She said she would do anything she could to help, so I tried to teach her how to, because I knew I could not go and have surgery and be out for a month or two and not be able to have somebody to do something, so. And she's done an excellent job. She, you know, sometimes she has so much energy, sometimes it just kind of, you know, but I wish I could get some of that, but anyway, she's done an
I
outstanding
buzz
job.
around her sometimes. She's
We
got
do,
a
we
light
do
right
appreciate
here.
it.
But she's done an outstanding job, and so just know that if anything does unforetold happen, Lucy be ready to step in, so
Yeah.
she's about
Again-
learning how to do it all, so she's very
Again, I want
good.
to express my appreciation for all the work that you've done, helping us out the last several months.
When she came, I did, you know, was trying to teach her and trying to teach her, so bless her heart, she'd go to the post office and come to the house, and I'd still be in my robe, sitting in the recliner, and we'd set her up a desk.
All bandaged up. Bless her heart. And I felt so bad about bothering her. I'd say, Brenda, I put it in front of her. What do we do with it?
But we got it done, and that's what counted, because we had to keep it going, so.
Well, again, appreciate it.
Appreciate
very much.
everybody's patience with that.
I don't think the town liked a whole lot.
I don't think it did at all.
I think it moved along.
All right. Any other questions, comments?
Make a motion that we go.
I second it.
All right. Floyd made the motion to adjourn. Gene seconded. All in favor? It's unanimous. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much for coming.